There are many verses in the Quran that talk about the hereafter, Al-Qiyamah and Al-Akhirah. Many verses. Almost in every single chapter in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about Akhirah and about the Day of Judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran talks about 7 or 8 major stations that people go through in the Day of Judgment. From the minute they are resurrected to the minute they will be held accountable, to the time that their deed will be put in a scale and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show them, will express His justice by practically scaling their deed, to the minute people are given the final resolution, when they are given their chart. Good people, righteous people will be given their chart in the right hand. The wicked people will be given their chart in their left hand. To the minute they have to cross the sirat, the path, to the minute they go into heaven. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about all these stages. But there is a hadith from Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam. He says, أشد ساعات ابن آدم 3 ساعات. The most 3 difficult times that a human being goes through are 3. The most difficult times that we go through will be 3. الساعة التي يعاين فيها ملك الموت. The minute you and I shall meet the angel of death, that will be a very difficult moment. That will be a minute in which we will be departing this world, we'll be leaving this world, we will be departing this mundane life, and we will be going into a different life. That is a very tough moment in our life. And that's why Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam, in one of his supplications, he says, every time I remember that minute, I cry. I can't help but to cry. أبكي لظلمتي أبكي لخروج نفسي. I cry for the minute in which my soul would depart my body. It is a very agonizing moment where we have to completely leave everything that brings us to this life, and we have to go into a different life. Completely new, completely different. It takes great courage, time for me to adjust. Then he says the second most difficult minute or moment والساعة التي يقوم فيها من قبره. The minute we are resurrected from our grave in the Day of Judgment. That will be another difficult moment where people will be all of a sudden resurrected from their graves. What's going on? Seeing the astonishing scenes of Qiyamah will be a very puzzling situation for us. And then he says, وَالسَّاعَةُ, the third most difficult time will be وَالسَّاعَةُ الَّتِي يَقِفُ فِيهَا بَيْنَ يَدَيِ اللَّهِ تَبَارَكَ وَتَعَالَى. The third most difficult time will be when you and I will be standing right before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some people spend a life of deception, a life of lying, a life of showing off, a life in which they deceived other people by projecting a good image about themselves. Fake life. but that life will no longer work there before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah knows everything in my heart and everything in my mind, and I cannot pretend, I cannot be fake before Him, because He knows the truth about me. He knows what is in my heart, and He knows my history. If I am able to conceal my reality from people, I cannot conceal it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يَعْلَمُ خَائِنَةَ الْأَعْيُنِ وَمَا تُخْفِي الصُّدُورِ. Allah knows of every blink of eye you have and everything that you hide in your heart. He knows it. No way I can get away with it. Once I am before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows everything. I cannot get away with it. I can lie to a judge in this world. I can lie to my lawyer, but I cannot lie to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows the reality. He knows everything. I cannot lie to Him. So the Imam says that would be another difficult moment. And this is why Jesus alayhi salam says, وَسَلَامٌ عَلَيَّ يَوْمَ وُلِدْتُ وَيَوْمَ أَمُوتُ وَيَوْمَ أُبْعَثُ حَيًّا. He casts salam on Himself on 3 times, the most difficult times, that the day He was born, the day He dies, and the day He is resurrected. And He stands before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because these are the most difficult times, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cast His rahmah upon all of us.